Hi, Taurus. Welcome to your end of June 2023, almost to 24. Uh, Tarot update. It's Raina here. Okay. How has your solstice been? What was it like? Did you hear any news? Because you have the sun going into your third house, and that could certainly be a news coming in. There's your card, Knight of Pentacles. I'm picking an additional card. Okay. All right. The heart of the matter is the Hangman. You may feel like you're in this. Well, I have Taurus rising, and I was going to say hermetically sealed, not tomb, because I don't want to think of a tomb, but this structure. Like you may feel that you're in a holding, you're in some kind of a void where things are not, you're being suspended in some way, and you feel like you can't really go forward for some reason. It's a weird feeling. And obviously I believe it's energetic, and of course the astrology can be a part of this. But it can also be a time when you're forced by the universe to let go and let God. Where, with Taurus, it's really not so much about like trying to like control other people per se, but you try to control life itself because you're a fixed sign and you want everything to kind of stay the same. And that's not how life works. And so sometimes we go kicking and screaming with these changes, right? So, or, feeling like nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. This is amazing. I have to admit, this reading is amazing. When I used to watch a lot more astrology readings before I learned how the sausage is made, I remember watching for my rising sign and it being quite, kind of accurate. And when you think about it, just like with astrology, the natal chart, which is based on your rising sign, is going to be very much aligned with your day-to-day events and where you're at just on a mundane level. In the past position is the Judgment card. Cause and effect, but also rebirth, okay? So you're undergoing immense transformation. Having Uranus in your sign is one thing, but I'm thinking of that Scorpio, what was it? No, it was a lunar eclipse, which just in and of itself is connected to that Judgment card because Pluto is the planet connected to the Judgment card, and that's one of the rulers of Scorpio. So this idea can be that something changes in order for you to be reborn. But that change may feel scary or it may sadden you in some way. You may feel like, I didn't ask for this, and yet it's happening anyway. But it's there to create a rebirth within yourself. The higher message is the Eight of Wands, which means that this is potential energy as far as I'm concerned. This is something, I feel like something is going to be birthed. Let me see, what would that be? And then it's like everything is going to take off for you. So for instance, if the Hangman sounds like your job, your career, your business, if you feel like you're in a holding pattern or just like something is not gelling, I'm thinking astrologically, and I would ask you to look to the full moon on August 1st in Aquarius, which is because I'm, having the rising sign, that's our midheaven, or that's our 10th house of career. So the full moon in that can lend itself to recognition, promotion. You might have something that is the harvest time for you. So between now and then, if you are faced with discouragement, don't give in to temptation. What crosses you is the Knight of Pentacles. Now, this is your card, as I said, but this can tempt you to kind of mail it in. If you're in a work situation and you feel like you can't progress and you feel like it's just Groundhog's Day every day, the Eight of Wands suggests that things can start to go really quickly. And I'm not saying staying in that job, because it might be that you get all these job offers that you're fielding. So the temptation can be just to kind of do the minimal effort because you don't feel inspired. Try to challenge that in your mind, because by doing so, you may find that you are kind of, what's that term that means kind of like priming the pump, or you're seeding something that could explode in a great way. And, Saturn is retrograde already, so that may be also lending itself to this feeling of dragging, not feeling like it's like you have to put a lot of effort to achieve something. But don't be tempted. If you really feel that you're meant to do something, don't be tempted by the things that seem like they are obstacles. What's coming in is the Queen of Cups. Take refuge in your spiritual life, because this can reassure you, because I'm really sensing something on the mundane level. Unless you are, let's say you're a woman who has been trying to conceive and you haven't been able to, you may feel like it's just this void. You're going to have that last lunar eclipse in your sign in late October of this year, so you never know if that will be the time when it happens. But the Queen of Cups can be, and the Queen of Cups is a maternal energy. That's why I just suddenly thought that might be the case for someone. And definitely take refuge in the spiritual rather than the material. So if you're like judging yourself, if you have started a business and it hasn't taken off, or it has slowed down and you're kind of like, what happened? Please do not give up if you believe that if it has worked in the past, and if people have been helped by you, and if it's a new business, then certainly you have to give it time. And you have to, but in order to give it time, quality time, which means not just like obsessing over it, you have to tune into your higher self, which that transcends everything material. It's way too easy for Taurus people to judge everything based on material gains. And that's and like, let's say you start a YouTube channel, how many subscribers you have. You can't do things like that, because there's so many factors that play into things. And sometimes it takes you some time where you're just kind of like, it seems like you're just it's almost like investing in something and not getting a return, and like, why should I even bother to do this? But the thing is that if you look at it as something fun for you to do, then, do you read a book because you're going to get paid for it, or do you just like to read? We don't have to monetize everything that we do. We can derive pleasure from it. And the outcome card is the Ten of Swords. So I do feel that maybe there has been some kind of period of time. Yeah, you know what? Exactly. The Judgment card. That could be something to do with that, so lunar eclipse in Scorpio, because that was in your marriage sector. So you may feel like this kind of mixed emotions, even if you like initiated a divorce, or if you had the other person initiate it, but you know that that relationship was messed up. The Ten of Swords, you may have been telling yourself that you were betrayed, and if that other person cheated, then obviously that was true. But making peace with that betrayal and not seeing it as some kind of slam on you and your worthiness in life. The Ten of Swords can also be that something has ended. So maybe it's a kind of a season of your life where there were a lot of challenges, and now the Eight of Wands, and who knows, maybe that is going to be during the Leo season, that is going to be really a great time for you, where you will see a lot of progress. Um, so I picked an additional card, and I got the Star card. This is Faith in Unseen Forces. So, and this is connected to Aquarius. So again, that full moon in Aquarius, this could be a timing card of when your dreams start to come to fruition. Wishing upon a star, but it's really like more than an empty wish. It's really like, hey, this could be something that manifests for you. And how is that going to feel? Well, it's going to feel great, but you have to believe in something that isn't in the physical right now, where you don't need that proof that something has happened for you to have faith in it. All right. That's what I have for you, Taurus. I hope that this resonated. And if you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.